Hey guys, Lisa Whimsical Gardener here. So today's work that we have to do is planting up this box, and then I have a lot of annuals. I've got some amaranth, I've got lots of marigolds, I've got bunches in here, so we'll see how far we get with this project. So off the top of my head, I want to do this box, and I'm not going to buy anything for it. I'm going to use exactly what I already have in my stash. Panning out a little bit, I'll show you. This is the greenhouse. My husband made this window box for me, and we're going to be replacing it probably this fall or next spring. It's starting to warp a little bit, so my thought process and a future project we'll do is I kind of want to get a trough for here, and then I have a star jasmine that I want to grow up against it there. It's been sitting in a container for about a year now, you guys, so hopefully we can get that project done this gardening season. But I'm going to start off by clearing this out, and then we've got a couple of things that we're going to do. So would love if you can subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend too as well. So let's start by clearing out things that we need to clear it. I've planted one or two things, and there are some perennials as well in here too. So let's clear this out first. By the way, if you have not purchased a Hori knife, I have an affiliate link listed in my description. Amazing. I use this, like just now I just cut out a root ball on this. I'm going to use it for planting. It's just amazing. And it has like a serrated end, and it has a smooth end as well too. It's pretty handy. So one of my go-to tools that I use. Finally got it out. So I've got some yarrow that I planted. I just literally pulled some up from my from the plants that I have at the side of the stone step garden bed, and I just plug them in here, and they actually bloomed last year. So I'm gonna take out all of the dead leaves because I'm making space now for things I'm gonna plant this season. Keeping the yarrow in there. So for the heuchera, see how I have a lot of like dead leaves there? I'm going to go ahead and pull all of those out. And guys, during the season I want to propagate this one here. So we'll do that as separate filming of that part of it, with propagating it, which I've already done an episode on propagating heuchera, but this one wasn't featured in it, and I just realized it's loaded with buds that you can pull off and propagate. I love this color. This has been in here ever since the first year that I got this box. This one has been in here. Now for heuchera, I'm going to go ahead and all of the dead leaves that you see in here, just pulling all of that out just so the root can breathe a little bit. I'm going to fill the soil up, and then we're going to amend it. Last year I did new soil in here. I don't think I need new soil this year because I didn't really have that much here last year. So I'm just basically tilling it up, removing any roots, and then we'll fertilize from there. Alright, I'm going to go grab me a container of, I have garden tone, so I'm going to grab garden tone and mix it in here, and it'll be pretty good. Now my thought is, maybe what I'll do is I'll take some of the mulch from the yard here and mulch the top of it to help with the moisture. I think that would be pretty good too. Plant tone in here, I'll link it in the description as well. I do have an affiliate link. I'm going to give it a pretty good mix in here. Alright, now comes the fun part of actually planting stuff. So let me go pull a couple of things. Alright guys, so everything that I'm pulling for this are stuff that I grew from seed, or I overwintered it from cutting and then propagating it and keeping it in the greenhouse. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got our, plectranthus. So I think I'm going to do one plectranthus and let it trail down. I've already got a lot of things trailing down, but I think maybe a plectranthus would look good there. All right, the next thing, guys, these seedlings are not the healthiest seedlings, but you still need to see it so you can see the reality of what it is if you start something from seed. So I've got lobelia that I grew from a seed, and actually, look at this, we have lobelia flowers, but do you see how leggy they are? So I'm going to plant them and I'm going to trim them, and then it's going to cascade down too as well. Yep. Next is my scabiosa. This one here is the star flower one. So they're still alive, you guys, still alive, but desperately need to come out of their pot. My gaura that I planted from seed, and only a couple of them came out, so I'm gonna put them here. My columbine, this one actually doesn't look that bad. This one here, I'm gonna pop a picture of it, what the variety of it is. I don't remember off of the top of my head, but I think this would look good. This is perennial one. I was thinking I have some coreopsis. That might be a little bit too overkill for this box. But calendula, and then coreopsis that we started from seed. This one here is the plains coreopsis, but they look pretty good. Not bad, right? So I think I'm gonna pop one in there too as well. All right, so here comes the good. Here comes the bad, but you need to see it because this is the reality of growing seedlings. My nasturtium completely neglected them, but they're still alive. But guys, don't judge, okay? Don't judge. Do you guys see this? Yes, this is what happens when you neglect your nasturtium. But guys, these things want to survive because look at this. There's a flower on it. Where's the flower? The flower fell off, you guys. So I'm gonna see if I can get this in, or I may just plant this up in the raised bed. We'll see. This will be last. But guys, do not do this to your nasturtium, all right? It's still alive, but I planted way too many things from seeds. My thought are the things that need to go in the back. Let's do that first. So my what do you call it? Columbine, isn't that cute? Let me give it a drink of water because it's a little bit light. The nice thing is I have a hose right next to the trying to get this out. Ooh, nice roots, everybody. Root of some seed, yay! All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is this one in the middle because I want the gauras to flank on either side. You know what? No, I'll do this one here because I want the gauras over here. There. Yeah, definitely I think we need to top this off with some mulch. Okay, so then let's grab our Daras. Now I'm calling it a wrong name, you guys. It's gaura. So I've got a total of there's 4 plants. I'm just gonna plant the whole thing. Ooh, nice roots, everybody, nice roots. I'm just gonna plant all 4 of them together. Not bad, not bad. I thought the germination, this is the first year I'm growing this from seeds, so I thought the germination rate would have been a lot more, but only 4 came out, but still, they look good. So that I'm going to put in the middle here. Alright, then what I'm thinking is my lobelia. Maybe what I could do is a lobelia here. You know, I do have a lot of lobelias, so maybe one there, and one right over here maybe. Definitely need to trim these. So I'm thinking that my scabiosa, I just watered it by the way. Maybe I put scabiosa here, right? And a little bit over there, probably. And see how that all goes. I'm going to plant both of them together. I'm going to go ahead and also pinch it so that way it could bush out a little bit more. These desperately need to get out of the container, everybody. And then this one here, I'm going to pinch as well. And hopefully it bushes out. I did water it too as well. And I think I'm going to do that a little bit over here. All right, so let's go ahead and plant our lobelia now. Guys, look at this little flower, tiny flower. Do you see it? So I'm gonna plant them, and then I'm gonna go ahead and trim them as well too. Ooh, look at the roots. And all this is gonna do is kind of reinvigorate it. Right now it just looks like 2 little clumps, or 3 little clumps. Don't worry guys, it'll be fine. Let's do some, let's do a plectranthus. So, let's see what we got here. I just need 1 piece. Look at the roots on this, you guys. And then what I want to do is dichondra. I'm going to put this one more towards this end over here. I'll take some of this leaves out. On this side over here. And this is going to trail really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and pinch it so that way it bushes out. Alrighty, what else do we have that we want to put in here? Coreopsis. You know what we can do? We can do a coreopsis here and one over here. And I got a perfect 2 for that. So let me show you. I do like growing coreopsis from seed, everybody. Ooh, guys, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I know, plant nerd. And then there's this one here too. Pretty good roots too as well. So where did I say the other one? Like right there, right? Yeah. Guys, I think there should be more than enough for this box. So what I want to do now is let's go ahead and put some nice mulch over this and then give it a good drink of water, and then this should be good for right now. And for my mulch, I'm literally just getting it right below from here, because we mulched the yard earlier in the season. Alright, you guys, let's give this a good drink of water now, and then I'll show you guys the reveal, which is not that astonishing right now, but just give it a month or so and it will be amazing. Alright guys, it doesn't look like much right now, but eventually it'll fill in. I got scabiosa here, coreopsis, the columbine, dotted story lobelia, dichondra silver falls there, yarrow, the gaura. I don't expect the gaura to do much this season, but we'll see. And scabiosa as well, and the plectranthus kind of trailing over. Alright guys, so I'm here at the bottom of the stone step garden bed area, and I've got a selection of things for us to plant today, so let me show you guys what we're going to plant. These are much better than the ones, in much better shape than the ones that I did at the box by the greenhouse. So let me show you guys what I've got. First is I've got a couple of plain coreopsis seedlings, so we'll plant those. If you guys recall, we grew castor beans from seed. Now these are a little bit leggy, so I'll bury them a little bit. Now these are toxic, so I'm planting them outside of the gates because our dog doesn't come out this way, so I'm planting it where he's not going to be at. But this is castor bean, so not bad, not bad, right? So we're going to go ahead. I know it's really leggy, but I'll bury it like this deep, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to stake it as well. So I've got a couple of castor beans as well to plant. Now mahogany splendor hibiscus, I've got a couple of those to dot as well, more towards the back of the bed as well. We're going to plant throughout the bed area. My favorite is Love Life Bleeding Heart. We've got 4 here, so, and I have a perfect area where I'm going to plant them, and I'm going to plant all 4 of them because it's going to cascade similar to what we did last year. But I'm going to plant more than one just in case anything happens, and I'm going to have to baby these because they do need a lot of water when you plant them initially, and once they establish and they're good, and the drip is not going to give it enough water starting out, so I'm going to be watering these like every other day. I do also have some of the hot biscuits. I think that's what this one is, amaranth. So we'll plant a couple of those. And then I got a couple of containers of status. So we're going to do a grouping of status as well. I got some in these trio, and then I got some in individual containers. So we'll plant those out. That was one of those coreopsis, the pink one, that we'll plant out as well. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is let's show you where I would think I want to plant the status and create like a grouping of it. So let me turn the camera around. At the bottom of my stone step garden bed area, these foxgloves are going to basically be petering out in like a week or 2. And so my thought process is I want to circle around in this area here, do some status under the what do you call it? What tree is this? Nectarine tree. So I think it will look good, pretty good there. So I'm just pulling out some weeds, guys. I'm sorry, where did all these weeds come from? So, and then I got lemon balm that self-seeded itself. I'm just letting it go. But I think a nice grouping over here with some status would be good. And I'm gonna plant them fairly thick because I have lots of status. This area already has drip tubing, by the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give this a good drink of water in, and then we'll keep planting. My thought process with this is at the bottom of the stone step garden bed, my coreopsis that are shorter, I want to put them more towards the bottom of the bed here because the taller things will go over on that side. We've got some zinnias as well we'll plant. Guys, random tomato. Actually, there's 2 tomatoes. I'm just going to leave them there and just let them be. I wanted to show you the coreopsis. All right, so I've got them in there, 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 and there. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good drink of water. Guys, doesn't the mulch make everything look amazing? It really does. They're tiny right now, but they'll be okay. Next thing I want to do is I've got the castor beans, so I want to plant one of that, but I also want to leave some spot because I know I'm going to put zinnia towards the back of it. But here's what I want to do. Let me turn this around. This idea, I literally just made it up. All right, so my thought is mahogany splendor hibiscus, which I'll pop a picture up for you guys so you can see what it looks like last year. That thing grows about 10 feet tall because I keep pinching it, and so it's bushing out and gets taller. That thing grows about 10 feet tall and more. So it does need some staking. So my thought process is I've got a little bit of an empty space here. Why not plant a mahogany splendor hibiscus in this corner, and I can use this post to kind of prop it up. And imagine you coming down from the steps And then all you see is like burgundy foliage here. Wouldn't that look amazing? In my mind, it looks amazing. So I think it will. So let's go ahead and plant a mahogany splendor hibiscus here. So let me show you a little bit of trick of how you can make your mahogany splendor hibiscus bushier rather than leggier. So what I do is basically, see the top part of it here? I'm going to go ahead and pinch that. And so what I do is it is going to basically branch out. And every time it branches out, every so often, I'll come and pinch the subsequent one, and that makes it nice and thick. So I've already given this a drink of water, by the way. This we started from seed sometime in January, I believe. Guys, look at the roots. So let's go ahead and plant that. And there's actually a drip tube around this area here, so it'll get water from there. And then the next thing that I want to do is let's plant the castor beans. And so my thought is closer to that area. I'll turn it around so you can see what I'm saying. Eventually what I want to do is I have a spirea in the fence bed that needs to be transplanted, because when we originally planted there wasn't anything in that area, and we have since put up a little bit of a structure that has like a solar panel that lights part of the greenhouse, and now it's in the way, so it's an awkward place when you're trying to walk, so it's in the way. So my thought is I'm going to dig it up. Hopefully that's my plan this weekend. Dig it up, and I want to put it right here in this area, because it would look nice kind of cascading down, and what I want to do is limit up, so that way I can plant stuff in the middle over here. Oh, I just noted an amaranth that's growing. Yay. So my thought is I'm going to leave space here for that plant, and then zinnias will intertwine like in the back part of it. So I have a little bit of annuals with a perennial, and my castor beans I want to put in this little corner over here. What I don't know is whether I should pinch this or not. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch this because I want to make sure that it pushes out. So I went ahead and pinched it right at the top here. Again, I know this is leggy, guys. It's okay. It'll be fine. I'll plant it a little bit deeper. Definitely have to go ahead and give that one a good drink of water. The nice thing about gardening is that you come back in a month and this whole area will look completely different. And the garden is never the same from one year to the other. Especially if you plant perennials, like year 1, they look kind of awful. And then year 2 and 3, that's when they leaf. And everything just fills in really nicely. The foxgloves that you see here were ones that we transplanted earlier in the year. And they flowered. They look amazing. I'm just going to let them sell seed because I want foxglove baby that I can put all over the place. Let's move to the top of the bed because I want to show you guys where I'm going to plant my amaranth and why I'm going to plant it there. I forgot while I'm here to plant my coreopsis. Again, I'll pop a picture of what this would look like. It should, not coreopsis, columbine. I'll pop a picture of what it looks like. And I think it would grow really nice. So where do I want to put this? It's going to be on the shorter side, so more of the front of the border. So I think I'm going to put it like right there because this fistle is going to get a little bit bigger. So I think right there would be good. Or no, I think I'm going to put it like right here, everybody. I think right there would be good. Look at the roots. For some context, we're at the middle part of our stone step garden bed next to the AC, and this slopes a lot. So last year, I'll pop a picture of it on the screen. I had amaranth over there just by pure accident, and it basically cascaded down and it looked amazing. So I'm going to repeat that from last year. I'm going to be super careful, make sure there's no critters in here. Work my way back there. I'm going to probably pull a little bit of the anemone because it is spread all over my yarrow. So I'll pull a little bit while I'm there. You guys, there are 2 amaranths already there from last year. So what I'm going to do is there's already 2 there, but I'm going to break these up and plant them right along the tube, the drip tube. Oh my god, there's so many there. There's like 3 or 4, you guys. So for a little bit of context where we are, we're at a stone step garden bed. This is May 3rd. So I want to show you guys where I'm going to put the mahogany splendor hibiscus. So last year I did them right there, and I did them right there. And so I'm going to do the same thing this year, but this year I'm going to make sure that I can basically, what do you call them? Stake them up a little bit more than what I did last year, is they grew so tall that they fell over, and I don't want that to happen. But while we're at it here, guys, I just wanted to show you, look at the lamb's ear. I need to start thinning it out already. But equally as beautiful, not sure if you saw the short I did, but my canterbury bells, my goodness. I'll show you from the other perspective as well. And that with the foxgloves. Isn't that gorgeous? And of course, pride and joy, Japanese maple. Canterbury bell. So this one here actually came out with a little saucer looking thing. The other one, which is down there in purple, doesn't have the little saucer looking things. We also have to feature, I'm sorry, this is Love and a Miss. And Erlia. Ooh. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? But look at the Love and a Miss. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then our Dara is swimming. I'm sorry guys, we got totally distracted. But view from the top here. So my plan is to do one here because I'm going to flank it with zinnias on either side. And I'm pinching it so it could bush out. You guys, here's my dilemma. How do I get back there? And I need to dig out some of my plumbago because they are too short to be all the way back there, but the season got away from me. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I made it out alive. So I planted one there and the castor bean over on that side. I'm going to go ahead and give it a drink of water too as well. Guys, I wanted to do a quick show and tell while we're here, just because it's that season. Look at this echinacea that's self-seeded last year. I just let it self-seed. It's at the edge of the stone step right over there. I just let it self-seed. It just looks beautiful. And then, a little closer look at our cup and saucer vine plant. Isn't that amazing? Look at the little saucer in the cup. Star of the show right now, definitely. Canterbury bells. Okay guys, this is my hand. Look at the size of the flower. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. So definitely growing this next year. I'm going to start the seed again this year and plant them out in the fall. And our foxglove is still growing strong. I have to show you, there's a pure white as well. Oh, Canterbury balsam, guys. Look, there's a white one. So this is a multi-pack seed that I grew. And of course, scabiosa, little redhead Indian pink. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a perennial. But look at the flowers, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful. And then of course, this area is starting to fill in. Really, really nice. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. So we planted up the planter box that's on the greenhouse, and then we started to plant our annuals and a little bit of perennial as well at our stone step garden bed. Filming this, oh, what is that sound? Oh, it's a bee in the canterbury bell. Oh my god, that scared me. So there's a bee in the canterbury bell. this is probably like around 7:30 at night. So I thought they were usually gone around this time, but oh well. But anyway, guys, back to this. So what did I say? We did the box by the greenhouse. We also, what do you call it? Started planting the stone step garden bed. So, by the way, that bee is very distracting. We planted a bunch of castor beans that I grew from seed, mahogany splendor as well that we grew from seed, some coreopsis as well. We did a stack of status as well. So yeah, I think we got a pretty good dent. What I've done is consolidated all of my seedlings to just what's left to plant in the greenhouse, because I had a stack in the front of the house, a stack on the bottom of the basement, and now I basically converted them all to just one area. But anyway, would love if you can subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening.